Hey everybody, this is SWChris, and welcome back to Building Zelda, the Let's Play. Hey guys, thank you so much for the amazing viewership on the last episode too. We got 28 likes, which is pretty awesome. It wasn't quite 30, so we're going to try again for 30 more. By the way, if you are enjoying this episode, don't forget to hit that subscribe button or follow on Twitch, but subscribe on YouTube, please. And if you are subscribing on YouTube, please hit that bell icon next to the subscribe button. That way you don't miss a single one of these ever again. So today we are going to be working on the Rotunda area. I don't know how far we are going to get with this, but we're gonna try working on it and seeing how far we can go in like 25-30 minutes of screen time. So by the way, I should point out, this is my new avatar. There we go. This is me. I am still kind of my Hyrule avatar for folks who have watched the cinematics or seen my old Minecraft videos. But I've added a lab coat, and actually the lab coat is not supposed to be on for this series. That's on for my modded Minecraft series, so I'll take that off. But I've added a lab coat and red glasses, and if I take this off... There we go. Done. Back to game. I've added a Pokemon Go Plus wristband. So there you go. It's nice and geeky. Is there any way to take the cape off? Good. I don't like the cape floating around. It kind of screws up my time lapses. Okay, so what we need to do today is fly over here, and we're going to take a look at this. So this thing, I think the shape will work for what we're going for, but we have to make it work for the rest of the building too. So I've taken the liberty of bringing the walls up on this side as opposed to this side, and I don't like how this looks. This makes it look boxy, and we don't want to make it look boxy. Boxy is bad. So I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to kind of steal half of this for this side of things. So let's see what we got here. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take one of these, and I'm going to take that. Okay. So the first row is going to be like this. Then I'm going to go up to in 1, up 1, in 1, up 1, and then in 2. So let's try that. Okay. So first things first. Oh, okay. So this is going to be even trickier, actually, because we have got to make it work just about right for the whole thing, the whole series. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this kind of section from the top down instead of from the top up, and we're going to do that on the flat sides here at least, and then on the flat side here, and then we'll play around with bringing it down nicely across this rounded bit. That's going to be the very tricky part of this. So I'm not sure if I will like that, but we'll experiment with it and we'll see how that goes. So up here, what do we got? We have quartz blocks, and we are at 122 in height. Okay, that's very important. So if I'm standing here, that's 125 in height. And that is about right. Okay. Right? Yes. Okay. So we're going to take this all the way up to 125 in height. Perfect. Okay. So then we just build it down. So how does this work when we build it down? We need to go over 1. So this is our center point. This is kind of what we want to have meet the edge here. So we can go over 1 and then down 1. And then over 1, down 1, over 1, down 2. So it's kind of like the opposite of what we did. So over 1, down 1, over 1, down 2. And then when we go down 1, and then over 1, and so on and so forth. So we're going to get rid of this stuff because we don't want it. It's ugly, gross, and who cares? This is just kind of a template here. All right, so there we go. So what do we got here? Yes. Okay, one more. We need to go over one more, like so, and then down 2, I believe. And is it down 2 or down 3? Oh, it's actually down 3. Okay. And so this is the bit right here. That's what that is. So, oh, that's good. I did my math correct for everything. Awesome. So that's cool. So what that means is, I think what we could do is we can just kind of mirror this up. So we could just do this and bring it all the way up. Maybe. Perhaps. Yes. I think I would like that. So here's what I'm thinking is, just consider this extruded out here along this whole flat space. And instead of having this be like just a flat shelf up here, we're going to end it right here. And then we're going to bring this all the way up like so that it looks kind of like that for the flat area. And then it'll just come out and slope down as we go, I think. So I think that's how it's going to go. Let's see what we can do here. I am going to go ahead and copy this and copy that. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go copy, excuse me, paste, paste, and one more over, paste. Okay, so that's how that's going to go, and then paste, paste, paste. Oh, but here we have a problem, right? So there's not a flat spot underneath. There's not a solid wall underneath this bit. So we actually need to move this one back. So what we're going to do is we're going to restore what the look is. Oops, go up there. And then we're going to bring it down like so. So it's like this. So it's kind of even like that. Okay, so that's the idea. And we're just going to kind of go along with it all the way around, and we'll see how that works. I'm now, don't worry, this bit will not be here. Okay, this does not exist. So I'm going to get rid of this. It looks a little odd. That's okay. Get rid of all that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so what this is going to do is this is going to now move up to here. And this is going to be the spot for this to go. So that is nice because we get an idea of where the rotunda is going to start. So if we come down here, let's take a look at it. Okay, so immediately when you come into the room, you're going to be hit by this soaring kind of arch thing. And then it's going to go up a bit, another story or so, and then it's going to turn into a roof. So you're going to have a giant rotunda up here. And it's going to look pretty darn impressive if I can get it to look pretty darn impressive, as they say. So I think I'm going to fiddle around with this. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I'll be right back and we'll see what we can do to get this to really look pretty nice. All right. All right, I'm back. I'm just kind of looking at this, and I don't like it. I think I'm going to switch direction. So I'm having trouble making the stairs kind of move smoothly along a curve, which, you know, entirely predictable if you are an advanced builder. It's very hard to get right. But here's the thing that kind of convinced me to go otherwise. This is starting to come out now, right? Because there's not enough space over here. So what's going to happen as this goes out is we're going to end up with something like this coming out like that, you know. Oh, sorry. Kind of like that. And then it's just going to be flat right here. I want to avoid that as much as possible. And so that's not going to work. Also, I think I have this too low because I like the height of these pillars right here. I don't want them to be itty bitty teeny tiny half height things. So we are going to go ahead and make this brick, the yellow brick again. And then I think what I'm going to do to try to stave off this looking super boxy is to bring out some struts. So I've been looking at like pictures of state houses, of like United States state capitol buildings, and in all their rotundas almost, they kind of have like support struts coming out instead of a sort of bow thing coming in here, right? So instead of this kind of half arch thing, it does go straight up like this and then straight over. But then they have these kind of decorative kind of arch type things kind of coming out along the wall too. So I think I'm going to work on that and just kind of make it look like that instead of making this like a single arch. It's just going to be like this, and then we'll space it over like a couple more. We'll build another kind of arch thing like so. You're just going to have to kind of get the idea. I'm doing it very roughly here, and then just kind of go on down the line like that. And I think that'll kind of help us kind of get things figured out here so that we can get up to this height, but not have it look like super boxy and weird. So that's what I'm going to work on. I am going to check in with you guys later, see how it's going, and then hopefully we have kind of a design that works for us and we can kind of move on to what I really wanted to do, which is the rotunda, but I'm not sure we're going to get to that tonight. So we'll see how far we get, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm liking this. This is promising. So here's the idea. As you can see, it's starting to come together, but there's just a little problem. So let me show you what I like about this first. I like that the fact that this goes all the way up and then you don't have this this kind of white border here. I don't know what I would do with this. I got to work on that. I got to figure that out. I probably will just not have that there, and then I'll just have this kind of end like that, like it should. So curve around like that, something like that probably. And then probably make this just a full on. Yeah, let's do this. Let's just make it like that so that it looks like a complete column. And and like that, and then like this. Oh, wait, there we go. Okay, perfect. So then it just kind of looks pretty close to how it should, right? And then we can just get rid of this. So this is nice. I kind of like this. This bit right here we'll need to do something with. We might add a window. We'll see. It's definitely looking very dark. We need to do something with it. So this is one of those weird bits in the Link Between Worlds thing, the overmap, where it looks like there's something up here, but it's not really, there's no function to it, you know? And I don't like that in my castles. I just don't. Now, I could just bring this all the way up so that it is solid. However, we have a little bit of a overlap. It's not much of one, but there is a little bit of one where you have this bit right here where there's just a rotunda above it. And I don't want to bring it all the way up to the rotunda, only have to cap it off here. It'll look a little strange, just kind of jutting out into the rotunda like that. So I think what I'm going to do is probably make a fake doorway or something so that it looks like there's like a balcony here, but you can't actually reach it. We'll probably do something like that. I think that'll be cool. But I don't think I'm going to worry about that with this episode. I'm just kind of spitballing here. Now, I like this. We took this design from this area way up there, and I changed it from wood to quartz and then added the lamps in. I like the way the lamps kind of look here, but there's just the issue I'm having is the ceiling looks a little flat textured here, so I've just been experimenting with different textures. This is diorite, polished diorite. This is snow. I could do regular diorite, but it's going to look a little, Yeah, it looks a little bit like a popcorn ceiling, and I just kind of want to get rid of this mottled kind of look. I want it to look smooth, but not mono texture smooth. I was kind of hoping the bottom of this would be brick-like, but it's not, so that kind of ruins that aesthetic. We'll have to find something else there. Or, here's an idea. I could retexture the sand bricks so that they are not smooth like this, right? I could make them brick on top, too. That might do it, but then I run across the issue with the texture pack I'm using, which is Aetherius Ascended, where I don't have permission to modify it. So I've got to work out something to do that with, or we might have to change texture packs, which, wouldn't be the end of the world, but we might have to spend an episode going around and fixing things. All right. So anyway, that's just my musing here. I'm going to go ahead and keep working on this, but I want to show you something. One more thing. So I have a lot of flat space here, you see, between the wall and then where the rotunda starts, and then a huge area of flat space here. That ain't going to do nothing. So I think what I need to do is make the rotunda area even larger. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and add on a couple bricks here to the space. So the radius right now from this block to the edge is 15 blocks. So if we do 16, 17, 18 on each one, so 16, 17, 18, and 16, 17, 18, like so, we can use Mineconics to create a new circle. Mineconics.net is an amazing website. If you guys haven't seen it, you can make circles, ellipses, rectangles, anything that works for you. So to make this work, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then how many straight diagonals do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 of these. Oops. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we just kind of repeat the pattern over there in reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it matches up perfectly. So that's going to be the new size of the rotunda. I think that'll work pretty well, to be honest. And that way, I can probably, yeah. So I can get rid of this, and we can kind of stagger these a little differently so that they will still look pretty decent together. So I'm going to work on that, and then we'll be right back when I kind of show you the next project update. All right, so it's coming along pretty well. I've enlarged this whole circle here, and we have added a few more support things. This may not be the final placement location of these. I'm probably going to move them around to make them a little better, but I noticed something. These pillars, I think there's a big empty space missing here. So I've decided what I'm going to do is go ahead and increase them all the way up to the ceiling. I've added one here into the corner here. This is going to kind of help just make it look like it's supported better. I'm probably going to get rid of this one and then just maybe add one on the corner here. I don't know. I've got to make it look balanced. So we'll see. We're just going to kind of play around with it off camera, I believe. But I need to move this over because as I've created this circle, I realize this thing needs to kind of stick out a bit to give it some definition, this roof part. So, excuse me, a little bit of frame jumping here because I've got big areas here just kind of unloading. Let's take the chunk distance down a bit to kind of help mitigate that. Okay, that should get rid of those once we load a new chunk. There. Oh, we're not. Okay, no idea what's going on. Anyway, we'll move on. So I've got to move this over to the left one, and that's going to necessitate a few changes here. So let's see. Let's do that, and let's grab this too. And so if you remember from the last episode, this axe is the world edit tool where I can define an invisible square, and I can cut this out. Then I can move over one and then paste it in. Okay, there we go. So now it looks a little better. But now we have a bit of an issue. Let's plug some holes here so we fix the issues that we have. Okay, so that is fixed. This, of course, will need to come back out, but we will worry about that later. What we're worried about right now is just how this looks right here. So as you can tell, this pillar was right in between these two pillars, and so now we have to fix this pillar. So what we're going to do to fix it is we're going to move both of these down one. So I think what we're going to do is just define all of these. So where's my redstone? I use this as a marker so that I know, it's big, bright, and red, so I know it's not intended to just stay there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to define this area here as a square. All right. And we're going to have to do this on the other model too, but I will do it off camera. All right. So we're going to cut and then we're going to paste. Okay. So that should fix that. Oh, wait, did I just make it worse? I think I just made it worse. Oh, wait, nope, it's even. It's even on this side. That's perfect. Okay, awesome. So that's pretty much all I wanted to show you for this one. I'm going to keep going. I think the next time I come back, we will be ready to copy this whole section over to this other side, okay? All right. And we're done, sort of. Okay, what do you guys think? I'm finished. Oh, almost done. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Okay, what do you think? I've gotten rid of the... Well, I don't know what I got rid of. I don't know. I can't remember what the last clip was, but that's because it's late at night. Let me just show you what I did add. So we've added these supports and I've moved them around a little bit. I've added a diagonal one. That's one of the ones I'm kind of curious about. What do you guys think about this one? With Minecraft, everything's got to be blocky. So I've pretty much tried to ape this sort of shape a little bit with this one. I like the way these blue lights kind of hang. It's a very neat little design there. So I think we're going to keep it like that. I think it's going to go good. I added another banner here. There's a doorway over there, so we're not going to be perfectly symmetrical, but that's okay. And then I put in an extra pillar here, so it's inset into the wall a bit. And I think that works out pretty well instead of getting rid of this one. And so I think we are ready to mirror this whole side. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, so I think, let's see. I don't want to mirror the bottom part because it's already kind of mirrored and I don't want to screw up this thing. So I think I'm going to mirror everything over from this point. And so that means there will probably be a little bit of a gap there once we're done, but that's okay. So yeah, let's mirror this. So this will be actually, that will not be our choke point. This block will be. So that's the furthest block out that we're going to mirror over. And then we need to go over to this corner. And okay, I think we're going to do this. And then we're going to come out a little bit so that we can grab these. Okay, beautiful. So we're going to grab this as our second point. Yeah, okay, so that defines a nice little rectangle here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to stand on this thing. This is our center point, our pivot point. We're going to type copy. This is all world edit stuff, by the way. We're going to type rotate 180 degrees. We're going to type paste and hope to God this does not crash my game. Oh, please. Okay, there it is. All right, let's see how that looks. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. Okay. Let's undo that. Is there a mirror command? I hope so. I forgot. This is not a symmetrical build. Let's copy this again. Mirror. No? Okay, hang on just a second. Okay, it's actually flip. So we are going to point this direction, and then we're going to type // flip. Okay, and then we're going to go click paste. All right, now it should, yes. Okay, it worked. Yes, this is exactly what I want. Very nice. And so now all we have to do is fill in these walls here. And now we've got a full functional wall. It's completely closed, which is pretty awesome. There's just one more thing I want to do, which this strikes me as just a little odd. So we're going to move it left one, which it should have been all along, and I'm not sure why I did. Oh, that might be why. That little thing right there. I got to think about that one. Okay. I think I'm going to move it over one. I'm just going to take the little hit because I think it just looks weird here like this, but it may not look as weird here. So grab that, grab this, and then we'll cut and then we'll paste it. Okay, there we go. So that's moved over, and let's see how that looks once we have. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that looks a little funky. We might extend this over one. Except that would extend the wall over one, which would extend that over one, which would, what would that do if we move the hallway over one? That would screw everything up over here. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. Also, why is that missing? Don't know. Don't really care. All right, so let's undo that. It just bugs me too much. And we'll just leave it as is, and it'll just look a little funky. Oh, man, I do wish I could kind of fix that. I'm not sure how, though. So, yeah. It is what it is, I suppose. Unless we make this a little longer, but then that would necessitate moving everything down here over a couple blocks. Which is a big problem and not something I want to do for this episode. Maybe later. That's actually not a bad idea to just scoot this over. So I might do that. Yeah, I think we'll do that. But we'll do that off camera or in the next episode. So let's go ahead and look at some stuff and things. All right. So here we go. This is from Debleo. This is his version of the roof here that we're building right now. It looks pretty cool. I love the big chandelier with the blue diamond blocks. He basically took the Triforce pattern I put in the floor and extrapolated that along with the blue lights we had in the last episode and built a neat little ceiling for this. It's kind of arched, but it comes down in the middle. It's really kind of cool. I love how it looks, but I really was kind of wedded to the Rotunda idea, so we didn't do that. And then we have another image from DSwag136. So this guy submitted his version of A Link to the Past in, he did the 1x1 kind of scale, and it looks really cool. Actually, this is a Link Between Worlds. I'm sorry. Link Between Worlds. And this one just looks amazing. I want to download this world and look around because he really did a good job of making this look neat from a distance. And I'd love to see some close-up images. If you guys want to submit your own builds, they don't have to be Zelda themed. I just want to see some creative Minecraft builds from you guys. And you can do that by joining my Discord server. Down in the description below, there's a link. And you click on that, you join, and then there's a chat room called Screenshot Showcase. Post your screenshots there or your world downloads or whatever. And I'll take a look at them during these Building Zelda episodes, these Let's Plays. And the reason I do that is because I want to inspire you guys to just be creative, to learn how to be creative, to make creative things. It's just kind of the whole MO of my channel is to inspire creativity through gaming. So if you want more of that, please don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time Oh, yes, and before I forget, there's going to be no episode next Saturday. Sorry about that, but I just don't have time to record one. But we'll get back to Building Zelda the week after. Hope you guys have a good weekend. My name is SWChris. Auf Wiedersehen. Arrivederci. Hasta la vista. Bye-bye.